This is the Dropbox. It's the link that you were given to get access to the documents that I'm making available to the Prison Mathematics Project. You do see up here about challenges. I'll get that later. Old, rejected. I'll talk about that later. But right now you're watching the video overview. Right, there's a README here. If you want, you can open that or download it. Now, if you double click on it, it will open. And if you want to download it, just go over here and click this, and you can download the file and do whatever you want with it. I mean, you can print it out, you could email it to someone, whatever you want to do with that. All right, and that's true for all the documents here. So that's README, and you'll see things are labeled 00 PMP, 01 PMP, yada yada yada. Let's go to one example. There's 25 here. By the end of this project here, there'd be about 139 individual files here. Let me just click on this one over here. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it. It's downloading onto my computer, and it opened it up. Once it opens up on the computer, though, it's a PDF file. Again, you're free to do whatever you want with it. All right. My suggestion is you share it with other participants. All right. So what does it give you over here? You know, it tells you each document looks very much similar. It tells you the materials for exercise 21. It tells you the contents 325. These page numbers may change, by the way. And that's, the lecture portion of it, yada, yada, yada. There's examples, yada, yada, yada. And then there's exercises, yada, yada, yada. I also want to encourage you, for those students and mentors that have access to the document, I'll also be publishing a solutions guide, video solutions guide to it. That's something that comes later, though, not right now. I will be publishing that later. All right, so that's an example of a document. Let me close it out for you. Let me go back to the Dropbox. All right, so just to review, you have a link to the Dropbox. Within the Dropbox, there's files over here. These files are, 0001, and, by the end of the semester, it'll be not end of the semester, end of the project, it'll be 139 pmp.pdf. There's a lot of material to get through. The document as it stands now, you're looking at 2,500 pages already. All right, it's not done yet, still in draft mode. All right, so some other things I want to mention to you. The old rejected, let me double click on that. There were some files that were rejected. I kept them there just for historical reasons only. Right, that'll probably get deleted at some point, especially if I start to run out of room. The challenge is something interesting. All right, so I'm going to double click on that. And the challenges, what they are is questions that you may want to give to students to see how they do on them. It really kind of, it'll tell you who really has a good grasp of mathematics at the high school level. All right, so I'm going to double click on this and show you what a file looks like. Let me download it. And that's, this is problem set number 1. It's from the alpha set. There's quite a few sets over here. But there's questions. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. All right, the 5 questions, pretty much stuff I've collected over time. Like most things I collect from someone else, most likely. It's very rare that I come up with a problem myself. There's so many great math problems out there that you can just basically, you hear something, a student brings it to you, you read something, whatever. You collect these things over time, and that's what this is, a collection of them. There's a large number of them. Right now, the document, it's well over 300 pages long. There's plenty of things to hand out. But again, what you could do is share it. What do you mean by sharing it? You would share this page over here, which is page 5. You just print out page 5, by the way. And then what do? You distribute it. Now, of course, it's nice to have an answer key. At some point, hopefully the students will be asking for an answer key, or you'll be grading it, and it's nice to have an answer key. All right, so there's an answer key over here. And again, I strongly suggest that would get distributed to the students as well, even for those students that feel that they don't need an answer key. Maybe they want to look at, what someone else has done, and that's what I've done over here, something for somebody else to look at, all right? And I answer all 5 questions. Now, granted, it's not completely detailed solutions, but it's typical of an answer key, enough to get, the moderately informed forward. Also within this document, I want to go back to the Dropbox, and let's go to Alpha 9. I'm going to download it. I'm going to look at it. And what I'm going to claim over here, again, it's, you'll see like 5 questions. This is typical. But I also want to claim that as I update the document, I also update it with brief solutions to problems. Right now, what does this mean? video solutions, not just the printed stuff, but video solutions. Again, these are not available yet, but they will be made available. All right, now, of course, when I say they'll be made available, once the document, I feel the document's sort of finalized. Things are never finalized, but when they're sort of finalized, I'll publish that, all right, with the videos embedded in it. All right, now come shortly. Let me close that out. Again, go back to Dropbox. Let me go up a line here into PMP. And again, I want to remind you that when you have the link to this Dropbox, you'll have access to not only the challenges, but also all the material that's being made available to those participants in the PRISM mathematic projects that are wishing to learn algebra at a more advanced level. All right? Thank you for paying attention.